21 lessons for the 21st century. 21 lessons for the 21st century. Post-truth. Getting out of the brainwashing machine. All this does not mean the fake news is not a serious problem. While the politicians and priests have a license to lie through their teeth. It is also totally wrong to conclude that everything is just fake news and any attempt to discover the truth is doomed to failure, and that there is no difference whatsoever between serious journalists and propaganda. Underneath all the fake news, there are real facts and real suffering. In Ukraine, for example, Russian soldiers are really fighting. Thousands have really died, and hundreds of thousands have really lost their homes. Human suffering is often caused by belief in fiction, but suffering itself is still real. Instead of accepting fake news as the norm, we should recognize it's a far more difficult problem than we tend to assume, and we should strive even harder to distinguish reality from fiction. Don't expect perfection. One of the greatest fiction of all is to deny the complexity of the world and think in absolute terms. Pristine purity versus satanic evil. No pollution tells the whole truth and nothing but the truth. But some pollutions are still far better than others, given the choice. I would trust Churchill much more than Stalin, even though the British Prime Minister was not above embellishing the truth when he suited him. Similarly, no newspaper is free of biases and mistakes, but some newspapers make an honest effort to find out the truth, whereas others are brainwashing machine. If I'd lived in the 1930s, I hope I would have had a sense of belief the New York Times more than Prada and Stormer. It's the responsibility of all of us to invent time and effort in uncovering our biases, in verifying our sources of information. As noted in earlier chapter, we cannot investigate everything ourselves, but precisely because of that, we need to at least carefully investigate our favorite source of information, be they newspapers, a website, and TV network. As a person. In chapter 20, we'll explore in far greater depth how to avoid brainwashing and how to distinguish reality from fiction. Here I would like to offer two simple rules of thumb. First, if you want reliable information, pay good money for it. If you get your news for free, you get well in the product. The dominant model in the news market is exciting news that costs you nothing. In exchange for your attention, you pay nothing for the news and get a low quality product. Even worse, you yourself unwittingly become the product. Your attention is first captured by sensational headline and then sold to advertisers or politicians. A far better model for the news market would be high quality news that costs you money but does not abuse your attention. In today's world, information and attention are critical assets. It's crazy to give up your attention for free and to get in exchange only low quality information. If you are willing to pay for high quality food, clothes, and cars, why aren't you willing to pay for high quality information? A second rule of thumb is that if some issue is seems exceptionally important to you, make the effort to read the relevant scientific literature. And by scientific literature, I mean pre-reviewed articles, books published by well-known academic publishers, and writings professionals from reputable institutions. Science obviously has its limitations and it has gotten many things wrong in the past. Nevertheless, the scientific community has been our most reliable source of knowledge for centuries. Scientific community has been our most reliable source of knowledge for centuries. If you think the scientific community is wrong about something, that's certainly possible, but at least know the scientific theory you are rejecting and provide some empirical evidence to support your claim. Scientists, for their part, need to be far more engaged with current public debate. Scientists should not be afraid of making their voice heard when the debate wandered into their field of expertise, be medicine or history. Silence isn't neutrality. It's supporting the status quo. Of course, it's extremely important to go on doing academic research and to publish the result in scientific journal that only a few experts read. But it's equally important to communicate the latest scientific theory to the general public through popular science books and even through the skillful use of art and fiction. Does that mean scientists should start writing science fiction? That's actually not such a bad idea. Art plays a key role in shaping people's view of the world. In the 21st century, science fiction is arguably the most important genre of all for the shape how most people understand things such as AI, bioengineering, and climate change. We certainly need good science, but from a political perspective, a good science fiction movie is worth far more than an article in Science or Nature.